One of the frustrating things about the draft was to see Johnny Manziel go to the Browns. And the Browns are a team that I'd like to see them succeed. I like the city. I like the down on their luck nature of the team. Feel the same way about Buffalo, Detroit to some extent. And you think, well, suppose Manziel can play. He's going to be exciting even if he can't play. He'll be running around a lot. He'll make plays. He may make, as the Patriots scouting report says, he may make some boneheaded plays. But you thought, well, he's got one great thing going for him. He's got Josh Gordon, who in 14 games last year had 1,646 yards and 14 touchdowns in 14 games. Averages out to more than, he would have had nearly 1,900 yards if he'd played those other two games. And now he's looking apparently at a 1-year suspension.
Oh, he did something horrible, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I think he sexually assaulted a child. Oh, no, wait. He smoked weed.
What?
How could he? So what kind of, and the bad guys in this, it's a fairly long list. It's the NFL for a very, very, very foolish policy that treats marijuana the same. For a league that did this, took its glasses off and buried its head in its hands on head injuries, to crack down on weed. So I hate that part of it. But the Players Association needs to step up here for one of their own. Like, hey, can we rethink marijuana? Can we make marijuana a game suspension? You know, can we make it 2 games? Make it 4 games. But if you repeat, if you're a 7-time marijuana offender, keep it at 4 games. It's still just marijuana. Like, and 4 is, by the way, too many. But like, if it were 2 games, you and I wouldn't be sitting here feeling completely outraged by it, because the guy would still be a significant participant in their season.
Look, you are potentially ruining this guy's career.
Right, that's right.
You're just ruining it. To be out of football for an entire year is crazy talk.
Yeah, because he could come back the next year and get a concussion or tear up his knee or a host of other things.
I mean, these guys have a tiny window of basically 4 to 6 years to really, make their career, make their money. And you're taking away like 20% of that opportunity. It's insanity.
And what's the motivation? What is your point? What do you think you're doing? Like, I got it. You need to have a drug policy. We don't want performance-enhancing drugs. You don't want guys on heroin, right? But we also know that right now, you know how many states have legalized marijuana? I mean, 2 just have it, right? But we have 21 states that at least legalize it for medicinal purposes. Almost all. It passed in the Maryland House in April. It passed in the House 125 to 11, and it passed 44 to 2 in the Maryland Senate. That is, I would call, bipartisan support. And one of the things that medical marijuana is allowed to treat for, that theoretically members of the Browns' division rivals, the Baltimore Ravens, could take advantage of, is chronic pain.
Yep.
And if that's what helps who wouldn't rather have a guy smoke weed for his chronic pain than take OxyContin prescribed by a doctor?
Or alcohol even.
Or alcohol, right. Or for that matter, liver crushing 20, if he takes 28 Advils. It's just dumb. And so Josh Gordon.
It's dumb, it's unfair, it's short-sighted, and it seems to me just kind of pandering to the moral, righteous people, but also it's an easy rule to implement, right?
Right.
You have pot, so we're going to punish you.
Right.
It's simple, because performance-enhancing drugs, that's actually much harder to regulate because you don't know exactly what that means and what that is. I mean, if you suck out all of your blood and put extra oxygen in and put it all back, is that legal, not legal? I don't know. But marijuana is very, very easy to track and punish. And I feel like it's laziness on the part of the NFL. And you're absolutely right, Ben. The point about the concussions is perfect, because that is something that's very, very serious. And for the league to really just kind of, play hide the ball with that for as long as they've done, and to really kind of cheap out on paying for these injuries and taking care of their players, for them to get so high and mighty about pot is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really dumb, and you're totally right. I didn't even think about how genuinely unfair it is to Josh Gordon. I sort of thought about it, how unfair it is to the Browns. But it's massively unfair to Josh Gordon. It's just wrong. You're not making a point. You say appealing to the moral high ground of certain people. We've seen the polls. I don't even know who those people are anymore.
I agree.
Also, it's just dumb. It's like climate change. Like, we don't need to have a debate about what people think these people think pot's bad. It isn't bad. Like, we know it. It's fine. It's okay. You can regulate it, and we don't want 16-year-olds to do it. And Josh Gordon gets some blame here. I don't want to let him totally off the hook, because he didn't not know the rules.
He knows the rules.
He knows the rules. But that said, the rules are super dumb. And guess what? NFL players, as we've learned from players who've been in here, they smoke weed. They usually beat the system. They smoke it in the offseason. Josh Gordon didn't beat the system. He got caught, and he's a 2-time offender. Maybe it's something more than that. But if it's just weed, the Players Association right now needs to stand up and correct it right now. And this guy should serve a maximum of a 4-game suspension and should be back on the field, and they should fix the rule going forward.